This video is sort of a remake or extension of a Zero Coast patch of the week that I made about 8 years ago. At that time, Zero Control and Strega did not yet exist, and so the patch was pretty simple. But today, they do exist, so let's build it up and expand on the full big three. We'll start by putting on our headphones. We'll patch the Zero Control clock output to Zero Coast tempi in, and we'll take the Zero Coast clock output to gate the contour and create notes. We'll use the random output, attenuated in voltage math, to modulate the contour decay, changing the length of note events randomly. And we can sequence the pitch with the pitch CV output, keeping those notes all fairly low so they're within a tight range of pitches. Let's take a step gate output to trigger the slope generator for periodic modulation of the multiply parameter. Remember that that's a wired connection, as we can see by the gold arrow, and so we don't need to actually patch slope to multiply for that modulation to occur. Maybe dirty up the sound a bit by patching the square wave to overtones. Okay, but let's focus a little less on the overtones overall, controlling their overall amount by modulating balance. Let's use the strength CV output. We can adjust this per step, of course. We can add more percussive action to those chosen steps by patching the dynamic envelope to linear FM. Let's take another step gate output to direction to make the sequence double back on itself and sort of lengthen it. Using the gate output from MIDI B, which is set to a slow square LFO, we can periodically stop the Zero Control to change up the rhythm. Alternatively, if we turn up the time control, we can add swing. Between this and the stop gate, we have a few rhythmic variations available. Let's also utilize Strega's tones. We'll sequence it with this other copy of that random voltage hear it by turning up activate. Okay, but let's also FM it with the strength output, in other words, the zero coast. And we can use the contour to activate in time. Changing the tone's control gives us different flavors. We've still got the time CV available to modulate Straga's echo in time with the sequence. As well as the dynamic gate output. What sort of patch would you like to see using these instruments? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and happy patching.